There. Okay. I know on Facebook you can hear me, but on the other streaming platforms, you may not be able to hear me. But if you can hear me, put one in the chat. If not, then I will try something different. And of course, because I'm using multiple devices, I may not be able to see comments, but I will be able to. Thank you so much, Dr. Michelle D. Clark. I'm glad you can hear me now. I think on Facebook you could hear me. So let me start that all over and rewind. Hello, hello, hello. I am Keishan, your human resource. I help people see the possibilities in what they think is impossible. I am disrupting HR, disrupting leadership, and disrupting you. I am in the mode. The question is, first of all, I quit my job, wrote a book, but when I quit my job, was it quitting season? There is always a reason and a season. Sometimes they are one and the same when things happen. So if you live in Michigan, I'll just put things in perspective real quick. Living in Michigan, yesterday we had record-setting weather. It was 72 degrees. Today, and that was the high. Today, right now it is 24. It had gotten down to 22 degrees. So what season are we in? Is it quitting season? And I am going to answer this way. In the fall, when I quit my job, people in my circle had not, at least unbeknownst to me, they were not in the season of quitting. I thought they were secure in their positions and their roles and what they were doing. And so I didn't think to ask them if quitting was something that they were considering. However, it's just like when you buy a car and you don't see anybody else with that car until you get the car. And you're like, why am I getting the car now? So the question is it quitting season? For me, it was quitting season. Not because that was something that I endeavored to do, not that that was something that I was trying to do. It was just the timing of it all. And in this process, as I was thinking about what to talk about today, it came to me, get out the boat. And I heard somebody preach a sermon about getting out of the boat. And if you follow scripture, getting out of the boat was synonymous with walking by faith or trusting or risk taking. I guess that's the right way to put it. And so risk taking is synonymous with getting out of the boat. Sometimes we'll do things because somebody told us to do it. And then sometimes we'll do things because we're motivated to do it. And I just so happened to do what I did, which was quit my job because I prayed about it and that's what God instructed me to do. He didn't say it was going to be easy though. And that's where I had the wrong understanding of what that meant. Quitting does not mean now you're walking in this amazing season of your life where everything is aligning exactly the way it's supposed to. Everything is aligning the way it's supposed to, but there's work that has to be done in order to accomplish it. And that's where I got the epiphany and the revelation. Quitting does not really mean quitting. It means starting something else to accomplish your ultimate goal. So when I quit my job, I thought, okay, now the floodgates are about to open. Everything is coming in my way. That was my ignorance. That was my unpreparedness, because all along God had been telling me to do things that I hadn't done. And so now I'm trying to go back and do the things that he told me to do so I can walk in the blessings that he had for me. So in the process of going back, I'm like, well, this ain't thing. The dots aren't connecting. I'm missing some steps. And I did miss some steps, but I'm on the right track now, but I'm still growing in the process. So what does all that have to do with quitting season? Quitting season, risk taking, getting out of the boat does not mean it's going to be easy. There are many people who started businesses. It's not easy to start a business. I am currently working on a project right now that I've had to repurpose because it didn't go the way that I planned for it to go. And you'll be hearing more about it. And it's going to benefit some young, amazing students that I work with at Ottawa Hills High School. But what does that really mean for you when you quit something or do something differently? First of all, and I guess I want to give you 3 foods of thought. Keishan's food for thought. Quitting, even when you quit a job and you have money set aside, you're not just going to do nothing. You're going to, even for people who retire, a lot of people retire, they end up going back to work, some because they ran out of money and some because they're bored. But quitting does not mean quitting. Quitting actually in this season means to plant seeds now that will produce a harvest later, which is something that I'm doing right now. I'm planting seed, and I've reached out to a couple of people because I want to help people in this season. And so I quit that part of what I was doing so that I can help other people step into the things that they are trying to accomplish. So I quit my job, wrote a book, but now I'm helping people. I'm helping people financially, believe it or not, because I've struggled in that area because I didn't prepare. There are many people retiring right now. And so what does that look like afterwards? People think that their money is going to last. Is it? Do you know for certain? Because even if you invest in the stock market, that has ebbs and flows. It has peaks and valleys. It's not for sure. So you may have to do something different. I'll share more about that later. But so when I quit my job, was it quitting season? Is it quitting season? And actually tomorrow I will be live podcasting with Dr. Michelle D. Clark, and she and I have collaborated on an event last year, and we're picking it up this year. But before we do that, she has an amazing opportunity, and her platform is about breast cancer. She is a survivor of breast cancer, and she'll be sharing what that looks like and in terms of a project that she's working on. And if you're in Michigan, I'm going to encourage you to support her in that area. And it's an opportunity for people to come together and heal, continue to heal, and then talk about, what that looks like. And you'll get a chance to hear her story, but she'll share more about it tomorrow. So stay tuned. So next week, I'll start talking more about the event that's going to benefit the students at Ottawa Hills High School, the group that I'm working with. So if you would like to know more of how you can participate or help out, I'll share what that looks like. But it is quitting season. Stop doing the things that are holding you back and start moving into the things that are going to give you a harvest. Quit, throw away, plant, watch the harvest. So, and you may be looking, saying, Keisha, your hair is different. You know what? I'm in this season right now where I'm trying to get back into the swing of exercising. So with all natural hair, sometimes your style may not last unless you have it in braids or protective style, which is why I was wearing the afro, but I want to do something different. And so, so this is a different kind of look. You know what? I like it. It don't even matter because I like me. I like me. Do you like Kirk Franklin? Anyways, so that is all that I have to share. I hope that this at least caused you to think about what you should be quitting or not quit. And it may cause you to get out of the boat and walk in faith, walk on the water, endure the waves that come to throw you off your targeted focus goal. But don't be discouraged in the midst of it. because God will not put more on you than you can bear without making a way of escape. But in all things, give him the glory and recognize that if you do that, he will begin to order your steps and it'll all make sense. So that is all that I have to share. Again, I hope it blessed you. I am going to be looking forward to tomorrow. Make sure you get locked in. We are going live, I believe at about 5:15. So it won't be at 6 o'clock, but at 5:15 with Dr. Michelle D. Clark, and she'll be sharing more about her upcoming event that you can actually participate in person or virtually. So again, my name is Keishan. I am your human resource. I help people see the possibilities in what they think is impossible. I am disrupting HR, disrupting leadership, and I hope that this just disrupted you. Until next time, until tomorrow, I'll be live at about 5:15, 5:30-ish with a live podcast with Dr. Michelle D. Clark. Until then, take care. God bless.